Hey guys, so I just arrived at Myrtle Beach yesterday, and I am here because I drove down a U-Haul truck moving somebody from Connecticut to Myrtle Beach. Pretty cool. You can see they got all these rentals here to get around town. Just want to see if I could show you a little something of the beach and surrounding areas. So down by the beach, it's really a nice beach. It's not super crowded now. And when I drive around the area, I just want to share with you how built up this place is. I remember coming down here 10 years ago, and it really was not that built up as it is now. They're putting rentals and houses in every inch of land that they can. You know, this is not my cup of tea, but you know, plenty of folks like Myrtle Beach, and I'm not really sure why. I guess if you're a beach person and you're in love with the beach, that is the lure, I should call it, right? So I'm going to go down some back roads here shortly and see what we can come up with, because I think we've seen enough of this stuff here. So you can see that somebody absolutely gobbled up that piece right there. You're going to turn it into probably multiple homes for rent. You know, same thing over here. You could believe that that's been bought and that'll be turned into multiple rentals. And some of this area is looking a little run down, which is surprising. But if it's all about rentals, I don't think most folks necessarily care. You know what I mean? One thing that I can say about the developers, which they did a good job, is they left plenty of trees and didn't just clear cut everything. So I'm about, I don't know, let's say a quarter mile away from Beach Shore now, a half a mile. And you can see some of the places that are looking a little run down. And then we'll call this, if you like, the boardwalk. There is just massive amount of stores that pretty much cater to tourists, you know, and there's replicas of the same store up and down the road. You know, the $5 Emporium, they've got family discount, they've got the dollar store, which is not the dollar store. Gas is somewhat similar to Connecticut, and the food prices are somewhat similar. It's pretty cool looking. It's called Mount Atlanticus. Pretty neat. Looks like over in the distance they have a Ferris wheel over there. I don't know what that's all about. One thing that I'm noticing, maybe a little bit more starkly this time around coming down to Myrtle Beach, is the traffic is unbelievable. And I think that happens anywhere you go where there's a massive amount of tourists. Like Cape Cod used to be a place growing up I would go each summer. I don't recall any traffic. Now I wouldn't even want to go personally. And personally, I have no desire to come to Myrtle Beach. I don't see what reason I would want to come down here. You know, it just seems to be a money pit as far as you spending on things that are, well, you know, if you have kids, maybe you're young, maybe that's of interest to you. You know, so I just want to give you a little preview of downtown as we drive along, and I'm interested to hear from any of y'all out there that what is the attraction in Myrtle Beach. You know, I understand if you're coming down, you're interested in the sun, the good weather for the most part, pretty darn hot in the summer, and the low taxes. I get that all day long. I did have some pizza last night, not from that New York pizza kitchen, but it was disgusting. It was rubbery and very oily, and I've been told that before, that the folks down this way have not mastered the pizza thing. So I'm just turning off one of the roads here, and looks like some decent stuff here. As I mentioned, they did a good job as far as making a lot of the trees. And then on some of the newer builds, it seems like they've done the same thing. So this right in front of us is property on the actual beach front. And let's see if we can get some pictures of it here. If I can get out of this area here. Looks like lots of folks have golf carts, which is pretty darn cool to be able to cruise around. So you know that this is big money. So look, you see a golf cart right there. It's pretty cool. So we're looking over here on the right side. And I can't really know. There's an entrance to the beach. There's no parking there, which is definitely a problem. At peak season, we'll call it, where tons of people are coming down this way and trying to get to the beach. What does that cost, you think? What do you think? Ridiculous. So here we have another massive home being built. Let's see if I can get off here. Show you some of the beach here. So here's a spot right here off the side of the road. Looks like there's, as you can see, there is the beach, but I don't know where you would park. I'm just going to pull over here and see. Now, whose house is that, huh? Doesn't look inhabited, but let me see if I could get away with just running down to the beach here. Give me 1 second, okay? So you got people from Pennsylvania, Indiana, Florida, maybe the rentals, I don't know. Pretty cool. Yeah, that home right there has been empty for a long time for sure. It's a really nice day out today. I don't know who lives up there. I wouldn't want to live there personally. How you doing? How hot's it supposed to be today? You know? 86. Oh, that's not. Not as bad as yesterday. Yeah, no, it was a scorcher yesterday, right?
Oh, it's going 80 right now.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, have a good one, guys.
Well.
You give me a little video. I got a YouTube channel like sharing, you know? Take care.
You too.
Well, it's actually really nice. There's not many people here. So if you're a beach person, I see the lure of it. That's very nice. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. I'm taking a flight home back to Connecticut. As I mentioned, I drove the U-Haul truck overnight. I mean, not overnight, nonstop. To get someone down here, family member, unpack the vehicle, the truck the next day. And glad that's done with. Looking forward to going home. This might be a rental over here on the right. It looks like there's a number of people coming out of there. So I've been following this Jeep in front of me, and it seems like he's pulling into all the spots where he could possibly park. And he looks like he did end up finding one. And I figured, let me just get a little more footage here. If you're interested, you're going to check it out. If not, you're going to just turn it off. But no harm, right? Looks like that's probably going to be some kind of rental. You know, I think it's all relative. You know, if you got extra money, this would be pretty cool to have some down here, especially if you're a beach person. I can see that all day long. I actually wouldn't mind going in the water, but I'm not going to. I don't have a towel or any of that stuff. You know, and I understand also that maybe you don't want to be in the winter anymore, like my mother. My mother says she's had enough of the winters. Here's that black Jeep. Apparently he has not found anything. So you can see this is a problem for folks coming down and looking to get on the beach. There's nowhere to park because there's so many people. That's a pretty spot right there. I like that. I like that too. Love the trees. Couldn't get a better day. It's now scorching hot. I remember when I was down here a couple years back, I was doing some stuff for people, some side work, etc. during the summer, and I'm not joking, I sweat through 2 pairs of clothes. is just absolutely disgusting.